Hey everybody, hi and welcome to the video. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to develop a Python template that can essentially perform extract, transform, load on JSON documents. So let's get started. So first I'll show you the concept. Hopefully that made sense. And after showing you the concept, I'll show you the demo and then I'll dive into the code base, okay? So again, the entire code is there on my GitHub section. Again, it's a lot of large code base that I have written. Again, very well organized code base, right? So I'm gonna walk you over that. So what is the scenario over here, right? So basically the use case is pretty simple, right? You have some incoming JSON documents. You wanna transform that to a certain mapped column. So for example, again, just for a use case I'm showing you, right? So for example, the word job title, I might wanna map it like job title, right? This salary, I want to map this to this, right? Then I might want to apply certain transformation. For example, convert everything to a lowercase, right? Strip out the extra white space that you have, right? I might want to convert the data types, etc., etc. So how do you do that, right? So this is a classic example of a source to target mapping and then transformation. So let me show you the concept. So again, this will make sense, okay? So first I'm gonna show you over here. So I'm mocking as if this data is coming from the database. So here, what I've done is, again, here I'm saying that in my JSON document, I have a field called job title, as you can see. $.job title means this is basically the path to that object, right? So basically here I'm defining that query, or basically the path to that particular field. I'm defining the data type as string, which means I'm saying that I'm expecting a string data type required to true, which means if you don't find that field in the JSON document, throw an error, okay? Destination means what do I want to map to? So destination tells you that, hey, this field, I want to map to this field. In the output, the data type should be string. And if you don't find anything, put the default value as NA, right? So basically we have defined our source. This is my source. This is my target or destination. And then in the transform, if you observe, I have a transformation. So I'm saying clean string. Again, this is an enum. Again, I'll show you. So if you go to the class enum, hopefully things will start catching up. So as you can see, that's an enum and the value is a string Python code. Okay, so you got the concept, right? So now in the mapping, observe how we have done. We are saying source, so map source. That means you're saying map this one, that is the job title. This is the path where you will find that particular key. Map it to this basically variable, right? So if you observe, we have a source, a destination, and then the transform, which means so what this says is basically take this particular key job title, transform it to this particular key, that is job underscore title, and then basically apply certain transformations such as cleaning or cleansing, etc., etc. So here you can see that is clean string. Now again, this is a mask, meaning that whenever you specify this, it's an enum. So basically the string Python code would be injected and it would be evaluated at runtime. All right, let me show you all that in action. It's awesome, trust me. So for example, I'm gonna run the template to show you first. Look at that. Job title, software engineer, salary, right? So I have that, right? So now let me show you one more thing. Hopefully this will make sense. Database, come here. All right, so here you can see in the salary, I defined that as a float. If you want int, no problem, just switch that to int. The code will take care automatically. Look at that, integer, right? So takes care of that. You want string, let's put that to string. Look at that, now it's a string, right? Automatically it's taking care, right? Let me show you other things. For example, what if a particular field is a none? So automatically it will put the default value. Let's see. So I'll put a none here. Look at that, automatically. So you see how amazing, in an amazing way, the source to target mapping works, right? So that's that, right? Then what else I wanted to show you? Yeah, the transformation too. Observe the job title. We have some extra white space. It's all uppercase. So it does take care. So in a nutshell, if I had to explain you items, every document would basically, you have to map this, right? So you would have a source, you would have a target, right? And then you would have a transform, which means what sort of action you want to apply. This would be a mask. Basically, when you select a mask, the value will be evaluated at runtime, right? And this is basically the mapping, which will tell you this is the source, this is the this is the target, and this is the transform that you want to apply for that field. So basically, the concept should make sense at this point, okay? Now, I wanted to show you the code base. So see how I've organized my code in a nice OOPS object-oriented way. I think I'm gonna go to GitHub. So hopefully you guys can see. Let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen now? All right. So, I'll try to put this, it's a little hard to, yeah. All right, so if you observe, see how I'm organizing my code in a very nice way, right? So basically I've used a facade design pattern, which means, the client will basically, create instances of all these other classes. So let's go from top to bottom approach, right? On the top, I have a logger class, right? Basically makes sense. Then I have an interface, and basically then I have a package called ETL, which has a class called target, source, mapping, and transform. Observe, they all basically inherit from an interface, which means they have to provide an implementation, right? So that's an abstract class in Python, right? Then basically you have a database module, which will essentially fetch the particular source, the particular target, the particular transform, and the mapping. So the job is to basically get the data, right? That's the database class. And the way I structured it is basically target, source, mapping, and transform, they all inherit from database. Now the client class will have a target, will have a source, will have a mapping, will have a transform, and then you have a general method called get transform data. So again, behind the scene, it's gonna call all the helper methods, right? And that's the function that the client will interact with, right? So hopefully that made sense, right? And the database class will inherit from a logger class, which means all the children will automatically have the logging modules, right? So basically I could do that as well, right? Now, in case of the database, how would you design that, right? So again, pretty straightforward. If you observe my screen. So again, you will have a source table where you will store the, the field name, the path to that object, the data type, is it a required or not, right? Then you would have a target, right? So where you will define the target field. Then again, you will define what is the target data type you want, what is the default value, what is the mask ID, right? And then you will have a transform class again, which will tell you the mask name, the description, and the transform mask. And then you will have a mapping table, which will tell you the source, destination, and the transform. So your Python code or the template is going to read from this and basically going to do the action. So hopefully you got the idea, right? So coming back here, right? So you see what I'm saying? This way, tomorrow, I don't have to basically change my code. I simply go to the database. If I want to change anything, I go to the database and change it there, right? So basically, I wanted to show you that part. So for example, let's say, I'm just showing you, right? So see, my code is now behaving based on my template, right? So for example, if I want to change this to, let's say, job title, right? For example, like this, right? So let's run this. Automatic, look at that, the key change automatically, right? So the key will behave basically based on, your mapping save in the database, right? Again, all the entire code, and all this entire code that I've written, about 350 lines of code probably, is there on my GitHub section. So you can download and feel free to implement it in your company if needed. So if you have now, okay, a little big picture. Say you have JSON documents coming on an event bus, right? You could hook up a Lambda function. The Lambda function could read this metadata from DynamoDB, could basically perform the transformation. So tomorrow, when you want to change the data type or when you want to set the default value, you don't go and change in the code. You simply change the value in the database and your code automatically changes, right? So hopefully that made sense, right? So yeah, if you have a need and if you want to basically do an extract, transform, or load on JSON documents, I think you can use my template that I've already written. I have done a lot of code, right? So if you observe, source, target, transform, again, they all inherit from interface. They all have a database class. Again, whatever you see in the plant UML diagram, this UML, the code does exactly the same thing. So yeah, guys, just go and feel free to download the items from my GitHub if needed. And if you have any more question, list your question, and I'll try my best to answer. With that being said, this could be really, really helpful. Basically, if you have a Lambda function or anywhere where you have JSON documents coming in and you're doing some processing, don't hardcode it. Basically, use this template. And tomorrow, if you want to change a key, or if you want to change the data type, or if you want to basically set up a default value, or if you want to add validation, you just change in the database and your code automatically acts on that, right? So thank you so much, and I'll leave the GitHub links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.